everybody. Today I want to talk to you guys about the Twin Flame Runner and Chaser labels. But first, I wanted to thank you all so much because a couple weeks ago I hit the 50 subscriber tiny little milestone. So I just wanted to take a quick second to tell all of you thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It really means a lot. It's not that easy to start up. Ow, ow. Nail was digging into my chest. It's really not that easy to put yourself out there on YouTube, and especially when you're first starting out, you're like, should I continue? Should I not? It's very, very mentally tough, especially, when you're starting out. So I just wanted to tell all of you guys, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I always say it, but don't be afraid to leave me a comment. I want to get to know who you guys are. I want to know what you guys think. I want to interact with you guys. So don't be afraid to leave me a comment so I know who my OG spiritual badasses are. As you can see, well, I don't know, Galaxy's kind of in the way. I have my little spiritual badass shirt that I made. I was super excited about it. With that said, let's get into it. And I'm going to put these girls away because I'm pretty sure I'm getting pooped on right now. So I'm like the chaser and they're the runner. Why are they running? Will they ever come back? Does the runner still love the chaser? What is the runner thinking? If I'm the Twin Flame Chaser and they're the Twin Flame Runner, should I just wait for the runner to come back? I did like nothing wrong, and they're the ones that they're not awake and they just need to wake up already. And so how do I get the runner to wake up? How do I get my runner back? These are questions that I see all the time on the interwebs in different groups. So just a couple quick examples of some statements that I see floating around all the time about these wonderful little labels we call the Twin Flame Runner and the Twin Flame Chaser. First and foremost, everybody, as I stated before, labels are just labels. If somebody went and tried to call me a platypus, I would not turn into a platypus. It doesn't matter what label we place on it. Labels are just labels. Make sure, if you want to hear more about that, check out my video that I'll have at the end of this one, because it'll go more in depth about these wonderful little labels. Now, I do understand that labels, we use them as an easy way to communicate, so we don't have to explain things in depth, in long form. We just, you can just say, well, they're the runner, I'm the chaser, I'm the runner, they're the chaser, just to kind of save us some time and just to communicate a point. It's just a short way to say who did what in this situation. However, these labels get imprinted into the minds of people who decide to place the Twin Flame label on their connection, and they become defined and identified within this Twin Flame Runner or the Twin Flame Chaser label. So a quick rundown of what the common understanding of these labels are is that the Twin Flame Runner is the one who runs away from a relationship. They gone. See ya. And the Twin Flame Chaser is the one who stays or chases the other person that's running away. Picture like that, what's that meme of that girl where she's like that stalker girl meme? I don't know what the actual name is called, but I think if I say stalker girl meme, you'll get what I'm trying to say. But what the truth of what each person is actually doing is so much deeper than I ran away and they stayed. Of course, the following information that I'm about to give you is only going to be accurate if the two people involved are actually experiencing this type of dynamic. Like I said before, the label comes with all this baggage. You're going on a trip with this label, and your bag is way over the weight that is allowed on the airline, and so now you got to pay the fee. Or you just have 50 million bags. It comes with a lot of baggage, and the more mainstream this label gets, the more the original definition of what the label means changes, and what happens from there is the more people end up identifying themselves with the label, and as a result of it, you get people that end up creating additional labels and other excuses as to why they didn't end up with the person they placed the twin flame label onto. I don't want to make this sound like harsh or anything, but it's just the truth in the matter is that you have so many people that are placing this label on any difficult connection, on any connection where somebody ran away, or a relationship where it's been difficult, or there's a little bit of growth. And so now you have all these people that have applied this label, and not all of them end up together, and so they've already placed this twin flame label on their connection, and now they didn't end up with this person. Now they're on to somebody else, and so they have to think of a way to validate that original thought process of that person was my twin flame. So that's where you see things like false twin flame come up, or the whole like soul jumping thing where, oh, at first this person was my twin flame and now this person is my twin flame, and a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm sure you guys maybe have seen out there. So labels like false twin and the theory of having more than one twin flame, or soul jumping, it's called a twin flame for a reason, people. Twin is two. No, it's not triplet flame. It's not triplet flame. Here's the 401. We can feel connected to a ton of people in our lives, and when people haven't experienced an intense, strong soul connection before, it is very easy to understand why somebody would feel the pull to place this label on that experience, especially if the other person is not physically showing signs of interest of being with that person, or if one person actually did run from the relationship at some point. So it's super, I understand it, but release your attachment to the label itself. Like I've said before, calling something a twin flame connection is not going to change the essence of what that connection serves in your life, just like you can't turn me into a platypus just by calling me a platypus. This is a turtle, but platypus Megan. But I know you guys are going to disregard that advice. You know, I know some people are still just going to say, I'm just going to do it anyways, and not forget about the label. And if the connection you are really experiencing is a twin flame connection in the sense that you guys are meant to end up together, don't get stuck on the dichotomy of the twin flame runner and the twin flame chaser labels. The reason that you should not get stuck on these labels is because the truth about these labels is that both people are running and chasing at the same time. Believe it or not, both people are running from themselves while chasing something that's outside of them. So they're disconnecting from themselves by chasing something that is external or outside of themselves. What people would describe as the runner is running from themselves and their feelings for the other person. If this is real, they actually do have feelings and they're meant to be with this other person. By chasing external things, maybe it's with work or other people, like maybe they turn into like a very, I can't really think of the word. I'm trying to say, like, it's not scandalous, but you know what I mean, getting it in with a bunch of different people kind of thing, you catch my drift. Or maybe it's drugs. Did I say work already? Either way, they are disconnecting from themselves by chasing something external like drugs or meaningless sex or work, anything that distracts themselves from their feelings and creates a disconnection from themselves. The twin flame chaser, on the other hand, and I can guarantee 99.5% of the people that are watching this video probably would call themselves a chaser. The twin flame chaser, on the other hand, is running from themselves by chasing the other person, whether it be physically and actively by texting them all the time. Hold on. They didn't answer. I'm going to set a timer, and when they don't respond in like 30 minutes, I'm going to call them. And then when they don't answer, I'm going to call them 5 more times. And then that's when I'll start calling and actually leaving. You guys get what I'm saying. I'm just being a goof. They're running from themselves by chasing the other person. It can be physically, like texting, or even being kind of like stalkery-ish, going on that book face or that Instagram. Or it can just be more energetic, and by energetic, I just mean just within their own minds. They're disconnecting them from themselves by focusing even just in their own minds on the other person. What are they doing? What's going on with them? Do they think about me? Oh, I am this and this. It's always about the other person, and they're never or rarely thinking about themselves, doing any self-reflection, focusing on what they need to do. Like I think I said in one of my other videos, like if you're putting off doing something that you need to do, like shoveling your driveway because it's snowy here right now and there's so much snow. If you're putting off things that you need to do to focus on, like in that example, it was like tarot card readings, tarot cards, or just thinking about that other person, hugging your pillow, whatnot, then you're disconnecting from yourself and chasing the other person. So you're running from yourself and chasing the other person, and they're disconnecting from themselves by running from themselves as well, but they're chasing something else. They're not chasing you. That's really the only difference. So you see, both people are more similar than not. Both people are running and chasing, just in different ways. Both people are running from themselves to disconnect from self while chasing something that's outside of themselves as a distraction. Going into circles, trying to ask yourself the questions that I said above, at the beginning in the beginning of this video, is gonna just keep you on that circle of disconnecting you from you and disconnecting you from doing the work. The mind doesn't know connection. The mind doesn't feel connection. There's no formula to connection. If I don't do this, I'm gonna totally screw this up. Connection is just connection. You cannot mess something up that is meant for you. So stop trying to wake the other person up and start worrying about what you can do to continue on your own growth and waking yourself up. You can't force anybody else to wake up. You can't force anybody else to change. It's not your duty to wake the other person up. You need to awaken and grow within yourself and change your own actions accordingly. And if somebody is meant to wake up, a seed will be planted by your own awakening and your own changes and how you end up changing the way you react and respond to a situation. That's what's going to plant the seed in their mind. And Maybe it'll be something that you say one day, or, how you respond to something. Either way, just learn your truth and know your truth and grow with that truth and live with your truth. The people who are meant to wake up will wake up as a domino effect of your own awakening. The changes that will take place in somebody else aren't going to be because you grabbed them and said, wake up. It's due to the change that they might see within you, and they'll decide that they want to make the change within themselves. Telling somebody about this spiritual concept or that spiritual concept, that's not... Let me know in the comments if you've ever tried to tell somebody that to force them. Let me know how well that worked for you. Because I see it all the time where somebody says, oh, I told them about this, I told them about that, and nothing changed. You can't force somebody to wake up. They will see the change in you and learn something from that. Get motivation from that. Don't get stuck and lost within these labels, whether it's the twin flame label itself or the twin flame chaser and the twin flame runner label. All will always be what it should be in each moment for your greatest good, whether or not you think it is or not. So just remember that. That's all that I have for you today. As always, I am a certified life, relationship, and spiritual coach, and I also coach twin flames and soulmates. If you want a free 30-minute discovery session, shoot me an email. If you want to upgrade that free session to a full session, you can do so for 50% off. I have some goodies that is in the description for you, so make sure you check that out. I do have a blog and my Facebook pages and all that kind of stuff linked down there too, so make sure you check that out as well. And I don't really like to say stuff like this, and I did in the beginning when I started this channel, but I don't really want to continue doing it, and I stopped, but I'm doing it again. If you want to see more, make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification bell, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I want to know how you guys think I'm doing. I want to know, maybe I should just give up this YouTube thing and just quit while I'm at it, you know what I mean? So let me know. Until next time, everybody.